sick. Let's wear that. Alright,
Goodbye,
so
friend.
one thing that I want to talk about, or do like a little story time video on, is I've been trying to like figure out what should work to do these story times. If I should
That's
record
seriously
Kratom
not
or
cool.
Minecraft. But one thing I want to talk about today is Kratom.
You are looking.
And Kratom, I did. I've only done it one time actually, but I didn't enjoy it at all. Don't get me wrong. So this is what I'll say. It's good. It's okay. Like I mean, so let me just give you my backstory of it. Okay, so what kratom actually is I'm pretty sure it's like a flower or something. I don't think there's no THC or anything like that in it, but I think it's a flower that's just like it's like crumbled up. Like it comes in the forms I've seen it is capsules where like it's like kind of like a pill, and it all the kratom is inside of it, and then there's just like keef that would look like you would smoke it. It honestly looks like keef. That's the best way I could explain it. And then there's like a liquid form, and I think I've done the liquid form before, just something you buy out of the smoke shop that says like 100% or something. I think I've done that, but it tastes so bad. Like, and I never really like felt anything off of it. But then one time I was in Florida, and you know, like back then, like years ago, all I cared about was how to how like just getting high. Not really like doing anything like stronger, but just how to just what everything I can do just to like get more high. Like we gotta smoke like four or five blunts of joints back to back. Like if that'll work, or if um, if there's anything else like edibles, anything like that that we can, um, you know, just increase our high or boost it so we're just like gone basically. So when my buddy of mine, he said, let's try kratom, and this this was a couple years ago, so like I don't exactly um, I remember it because it was honestly one of the worst like experiences, but also that like I don't remember the conversations where it was like, yeah, let's try this today. And this was this is probably like 2017. So like during that time before like all of the overdoses with drugs, like pills were popular. Like I knew a bunch of people in my school that did pills in class, right out of school, like most of the time in class, but I was never the one to do stuff in school. I knew how stuff made me feel, and I wouldn't want to like have to hide that from like teachers or anything. So I never did that. But so pills were super popular, talking about Percocets and Xanax. Um, so where I'm at, Xanax is like super easy to find, but like Percocets aren't. And I don't recommend anyone do any of those things, but during this time period, we were like, yeah, we heard kratom gives you the same effects as like a perk would, and we're very young, impressionable teenagers, and we're like, okay, Percocets, our favorite people are doing it. Why can't like I want to see what that's like, basically. Um, but we could never find any, so we get this kratom, and I remember getting it. It was like a black pack, kind of like the packs that like Ace gets sold in, like fake Ace gets sold in, or I mean even at the dispensary they come in packs like that. But it was like that, and it was capsules, so it was pills, and these pills were no joke. Like they were like giant, like they were horse pills. So like you couldn't take it without water or anything. So I remember my turn. We were like, all right, we're in Florida. Let's go down to the beach. Let's take a few of these and let's also smoke and kind of see what that's like. So I remember doing it, and you don't really taste it. Like I know the taste of kratom because let me get to it. But um, so you don't really taste it, and it kind of like has if you've done like bad edibles where it honestly tastes like you're eating weed, that's kind of what it felt like. It felt like I was just eating grass, like. And then I heard it takes about like 45 minutes, I think, to hit. This is the capsule form. I don't know about the. I'm not too sure about the like the other forms. I remember putting it in Sprite, like the liquid forms, and I'm not really sure if it was kratom or like what it was, the liquid form I took, but it was not. It didn't work at all. It was not good. Um, so so we get a few, um, we get a couple capsules, right? I take about like three. No, I think I took two to begin with. And I'm like, all right, let's see how this feels. And I remember like not like didn't hit me right away obviously, but when I got to the ocean and I got to the water, it felt like it, it's such a weird feeling because like I felt like high obviously, but I didn't feel like baked or anything. I still felt pretty normal, but I could definitely feel that it was some kind of effect on it. And I wouldn't say it was like would be the same as a pill, like a Xan or a perk, but I would say that it's like very subtle. Like you feel it, but like you don't necessarily like you could still go about your day. It would probably be about like doing like some CBD or something about the same. Like you know, which CBD2 could be placebo, but like you feel something, but like you don't exactly know what. So that was only off of two of them. So I remember for like the rest of the day, like I'm pretty sure I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure the dosage it says like don't overdo it, like. And I remember just like almost every like hour and a half, 2 hours, like before I smoke, I would take a few. And it leaves this like unsettling feeling in your stomach where it feels like you just like ate weed. Like it just it doesn't feel like after after me taking so much, I started to feel this in my stomach where I was just like, man, this like I don't feel so good. Like I started getting like lightheaded, dizzy, just started feeling like not normal at all. Like I didn't. I went from having a really good time because I was kind of feeling it to this is not a good feeling. Like I don't like to feel sick, you know. And it wasn't like it didn't all hit me like a train. It was definitely like over time of me just taking so much. This is all in like 1 to 2 days, okay? Of me just doing that, where I was like, man, this no, I do not like this. And then I eventually I couldn't go to sleep. I was like my stomach was hurting. It wasn't hurting, it just felt like it's such a weird feeling to describe it, especially to if you've never taken kratom. But it was just like it. I guess the same feeling would be like if you didn't eat for hours and your stomach just feels empty, but it's like also like hungry, so it's like rumbling and stuff. That's what it felt like. Cause I'm not sure, but I don't think I ate either. I'm pretty sure the kratom just took away my appetite, and I just couldn't. Anything I drank or tried to eat tasted like the kratom, so I just was like, nah, I can't, I can't do this to myself. Like this does not feel good. And I remember just like trying to go to sleep, and I could not fall asleep. Like this was back when I would smoke so much that I would just pass out because I was so tired from just being high 24/7, like all day, every day, morning to night. But I after taking that, I was like, man, could not fall asleep. I remember just laying there, and I'm pretty sure, not pretty sure, I know for a fact that I got up and I just threw up so much. Like, it looked like I was throwing up grass. Like, that's the feeling, whenever someone says kratom, that's the feeling I get. Like, when someone's like, let's do some kratom, I'm like, oh no, like, that shit is sick because I know how it felt in my stomach, and I know how it felt throwing it up, and it was not a good time. Like, I would throw up for like maybe like 20 minutes, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm good, and stand back up. And no, I couldn't. I would just throw up so much. I'm pretty sure it's because I did too much, but that's basically like what I've heard people call it is a natural opiate, which yeah, like that. If that doesn't scare you enough away from it, then yeah, I don't know, like, but then again, like I also know like what it's like to just try to get high all the time. Like don't even care. But like that's the best description for kratom. Now, when everyone asks me, I'm like, it's a natural opiate. Like that, it has some good feelings, but like it also doesn't. Like it feels good and it doesn't at the same time. Like, and you don't even know if it's really happening. It's like it's placebo. Like I feel like if you want something that's not gonna fuck you up and you still get somewhat, just stick to CBD. Like don't don't go anywhere near the kratom stuff. Like, and I couldn't honestly sit here even if they paid me and be like, yeah, you should try it, cause like no, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good thing to be like sold. Like it's not as bad as like spice or anything, but like it definitely is some kind of like it messes up your insides some way. And the only person I want messing up my insides is him, you know, not kratom. So like no, just don't. That that's my experience from it. Like I cannot stress enough. Like I even tell people now when they're like, "Yeah, I want to try some kratom." I'm like, "You can have at it, man. I'm all good with that shit. That is not it for real. Like, or just smoke. Like if you want to get high, just smoke. Like there's no there's no good enough effects that kratom does for me to be like, yeah, I mean, maybe I just had a bad time, or like no, it feels good for like once it hits, it feels good for like 30 minutes, and then you're like you just feel super tired and just you don't like, and that I mean and that's what like perks do and like opiates do, like they're downers, so like you're gonna feel like that, but no, just I can't even words can't even come to my mouth because of how much I hate kratom. Like I could go on and on saying like, man, I hate that stuff so much. Like it's really not it. Like you might think too, like it's sold in smoke shops. Like it can't be that bad. Like no, no, that stuff is bad. Like, if anyone, if anyone actually likes Kratom and has no problem with it, let me know in the comment sections below. But me personally, I'm staying away from all that, man. Like that is not it. What are these guys playing on their phones for, man? But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. I want to do more story times too. If you really enjoyed, hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next one. Also, if you have any like ideas of games you want to see me talk over, or if I should just put it on my Minecraft series, let me know with that as well. Like I'm kind of fumbling the bag on this YouTube stuff, but I'm trying, man.